First, let's set the record straight. Political violence isn't okay. That is literally the definition of terrorism. If you promote it, encourage it, and even celebrate it, you are a piece of shit. On September 10th, Charlie Kirk, a conservative Christian, was assassinated in absolute cold blood. My heart goes out to his family, his wife, and children. That being said, I never cared if you're on the left or the right. As long as you are a decent human being, that is what matters to me. Yet since the tragedy, I have seen countless posts where people were celebrating an assassination, and some even encouraged more political violence. I've also seen from the right where people are either venting or actually planning, in which some are saying to create a list of every Democratic voter and let none escape. Here's the thing about that type of rhetoric. It could just be people venting frustration after being constantly a target of violence by the left and being nothing more than just words. If that is the case, I understand that you're hurt. But for those who are actually creating plans, if I see that, I will report it appropriately, even if your side might have some justification in retaliating. That being said, the left killed Charlie Kirk. They smeared him as a racist, as a fascist, as a sexist, as a transphobe, and homophobe. Basically, any label you can think of under the umbrella, they smeared him with that. Yet, here's the interesting thing. All he did was allow for people to come up and have a conversation with him. Yeah, some people on the left came really unprepared and made a fool of themselves, yet we have people in Democrat media and the left as a whole literally still smearing and lying about who Charlie Kirk was. He was the literal opposite of those things. And let me pop a question here. Why would a fascist allow those he politically disagrees with to have a voice on his platform? That is the literal opposite of what a fascist is or would do. He also had many black people and other minorities come up to the mic to have a conversation. He still allowed for them to speak. He even allowed and welcomed a gay person who became a conservative, for fuck's sakes, as you can see right here.
I'm a gay conservative, and I just want to ask you, what do you have to say for people like me who kind of feel like, I guess, it's kind of hard for gay conservatives because there's not a lot of us. So, like, what do you have to say to other gay people who need to realize, like, they do have a choice?
Yeah, first of all, welcome to the conservative movement. I don't think you should introduce yourself just based on your sexual attractions.
No, I agree.
Because that's not who you are.
I like to be thought of as a person, and
for sure, you are a complete human being, and I'm sure you treat people well, and you're studying something. So I want to get away with this idea that you're gay anything. I just think that we have gone a long way in the negative direction in this country, where we act as if the most important part of your identity is what you do in the bedroom. It doesn't mean that much to me, but if you ask from a perspective as a Christian, I don't agree with that lifestyle, but politics is about addition and multiplication. I imagine you agree with a lot of what we talk about.
Absolutely.
Right? Strong borders, strong country, and for that, we welcome you into the conservative movement.
Thank you.
So there's Charlie Kirk, a guy who called him a whole human being. He wasn't interested in his sexuality or anything else. The bottom line is Charlie Kirk was gracious to everybody. And if you take anything else away from that, then the fault's on you.
You don't have to agree with everything Charlie Kirk said, and that is completely okay. There are things I disagree with that a lot of people think, and that's just life in a nutshell. But it seems like we're kind of living in this era where simply pointing out facts or having a different outlook on things somehow makes you an evil person. Well, let me reiterate a cold hard fact. Facts don't care about your feelings and your biases. It's not a crime to have a difference in viewpoints or perspectives and disagree with people. We need to have discussions. We need to have disagreement, because the second that there is silence, that right there is where violence can start to form. Before I end things, I want to say this. I genuinely hope that Charlie Kirk's family, friends, and loved ones can find peace in knowing that he died doing what he believed in, even if it hurts. That man believed in free speech to the absolute fullest, whether it was for him or against him. So I want to end this video off with this clip. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.
How do you want to be remembered?
I mean, if I die?
Everything just goes away. How would you, if you could be associated with one thing, how would you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing. The most important thing is my faith in my life.